Hi, welcome to another Artimania. Today we're going to do a canyon, and to draw a canyon, it's really quite simple. You just have to have two lines that are getting farther away from each other on both sides, and in the middle, just lines that are going straight down to create a gully. To create the two lines on either side, you want smooth moving lines, kind of like water. It's not sharp. It almost comes to a peak on each side, but you want it kind of rounded. And then you just draw a line coming down off of each ending, as you can see here. And you can make it kind of like rocky and undefined, not just straight lines. That's kind of boring. So I not only have one in the center, but I have two on one side and one on the other. And I'm putting water at the bottom of the gulch, which makes it really cool. And I'm also putting a tree on one of the banks. To do a tree, you just need loose, curvy lines conforming to a single trunk. I'm now using pen to block in what I did, starting with my smallest pen, and I'm going to get bigger pens as I come closer to the front of the drawing. This will help trick your eye into thinking that it's coming closer towards you. What's fun about this drawing is that it's really quite simple, and it's the details that you add and where you put them that really makes it different and fun. It's really just the same squiggly lines, you know. So I added a waterfall, as you can see, and like a person sitting by a tree, and it's those things that make your drawing unique and cool and your personal drawing, you know. So, you know, just throw in whatever you think is cool, and it will be yours, and not just something you copied. I did this once when I was 11, just basically the same drawing, but I've added to it over the years, figured out how to draw trees and waterfalls and you know, just things that make it come more alive. And with enough practice, even simple ugly things like boxes can look really cool. Here on this one, I'm drawing in some ivy right there to kind of break it up a bit more, so it's not just lines. I switched pen, so now I've got a bit bigger, and added in rocks and stuff by making the line bumpy and kind of broken. For the waterfall, you want it to look like it's flowing down, and an easy way to do that is by adding a rock right at the edge and then splitting the water. Also, it will get narrower as it goes down, which will make it look like it's falling a long way. Okay, I've zoomed in here to give you a better look at how I break up the rocks and stuff. As you can see, they're not straight lines. I purposely add in bumps and jig-jags to make it rougher. On the bottom, you want a smoother surface because water flows neater, you know, than just rocks. Here I'm doing the waterfall. I'm doing the same effect with the rock in the center. The water kind of gushing over. If you add in little lines like that, that will give it the effect of falling over the edge. And added in another rock to emphasize that even more. Now I'm going back to the cliff edge, adding in bumps and stuff, still continuing. I have my biggest pen right now to make the lines nice and thick. I'm going to switch to a smaller pen real soon. Just keep the surfaces rough and it will look pretty good. don't forget to break the lines, have something that goes over the edge. Always keep in mind that you don't want straight lines. Things are seldom ever straight. You always want to break things up a bit. That might be rocks, or bushes, or just, little pockets of things to keep the realism there. If you just have straight lines, it looks so boring and fake. So if you stay loose, it's a lot easier to make it look real. It almost sounds like a contradiction, but it's really true. Here you're seeing the bottom of where the river is, so keep that line smooth. But even that, if you can make it look kind of ripply, then it's perfect. Once again, the cliffs, just a bunch of loose rocks. I think I got a little too tight there, but anyway. And then the water line, just keep it loose, but I tried to add in a wave there, and the waterfall is causing it to foam and splash, so I added just like basically dotting my pen and flicking it around to get that effect. For the tree, it's basically just being really loose. I also got a really small pen, and there's really... trees get thinner on the higher up they go, but besides that, they can look like anything. And, of course, the branches also get thinner as they go out from the trunk. So, if you keep those two things in mind, it's quite easy to do a tree. For the person, I just did a small circle for the head, and then the shoulders, 2 lines coming out from it and going down. It was kind of difficult, so you might want to just leave it out. I don't know if it turned out real well. So, for the water, you want nice ripply effects, it flowing in a certain direction. So you want to envision what it would look like when it hits the wall and put it in that direction. So not just going any which way, but coming towards you and then curving around the embankments and stuff. And that will really add a lot to your drawing. And here I'm making it look like the middle of the stream continues to flow straight, and I think that adds it quite a bit. Before you go much farther, you want to erase all the guidelines that you put in earlier.
I'm going to have the sun coming in this direction, which means this side will be lighter than this side.
Okay, what I'm doing here is adding texture to the sides of the walls. To do this, you want your lines going up and down to show that it's going down into the gully. But you don't want them to be straight lines. You want them to be kind of curved and bumpy lines to show that they're rocks going in different directions as well as down. I also used a smaller pen for the stuff in the foreground instead of, and a bigger pen for the stuff in the front. Threw in some more trees, and then shaded in the flat area of the painting, a drawing, to give it more substance. Added in texture, rocks and bushes and things. Rocks basically just curvy lines, pretty easy. Added in some more bushes and stuff. To make it look darker on the dark side, I shaded it all in. That also gives a conformity to the rocks and things. Makes it all the same surface. I added in another tree. Once again, same rules, getting thicker in the middle. Sign my name, and put the pen down. This has been another Artomania. Thanks for watching.